Welcome to PE for this school year. My name is Mr. Stoffel. I'm very happy to be here as your new teacher at Mabel Payne and Sierra Vista. I know Mr. Perry was your last year's PE teacher. He's a great guy, and I know he's sorry that he's not here and he's missing all of you students. So, any event, we are going to go ahead and do recorded videos for around a half an hour of time. Hopefully, this pandemic or where we're at now will be over sooner than later, so we can get back outside and be doing what we were accustomed to doing in PE. So I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I've been teaching in this district, PYLUSD, for I think I'm in my 20s, it's gonna be my 21st year teaching. I've been in the district for 23 years altogether. I have two daughters. One is in nursing school, and my other daughter is at UC Berkeley, and she's doing some crazy stuff for her major, like molecular biology, and she wants to work for NASA one day. So she has very high goals, lofty goals for her, kind of crazy stuff. I also have a PE aide. She is not here. Her name is Mrs. Seymour. I think we've been working, gosh, I don't know, let's just say more than 12 years. I'm going to say more than 12 years. I feel good about that. So some of you may have had me before. I've been at mostly all those years. I've been at Morse in Woodsboro. Morse, I was there for 20 years. And at Woodsboro, I've been at Woodsboro for 22 years. So I was there a very, very, very long time, and that is not anymore. I've also been I think we have 19 elementary school districts in our district. I believe I've been and taught somewhere or another, either through student teaching or being a PE aide, probably around 13 of them out of the 19. So I've been to most schools in the district over 22 years. So once again, I'm really excited to be here. Guys, I'm a big basketball guy. I used to play a lot more last couple of years, not so much due to injuries, but I still love it. I'm glad the NBA's in the bubble and they're doing what they need to do to go ahead and see who's going to be king. It's not going to be my Sacramento Kings. My beloved Kings didn't make it, but at least they got a chance to almost get into the bubble. But in any event, I do love the big field we have out here. I'm at Sierra Vista in the PTA lunchroom. I love the blacktops. Mabel Payne's got a great area as well that we could do a lot of fun things with, and we will, we certainly will. So for right now, we are in spaces that are probably very small. I live in a very small condo myself, not a lot of room. So you need room to do certain things that we're going to do. So I don't have much space here, but I've cleared out this area. I don't know if you can all see it, but I'll walk around it. I'm going to throw in our PE mat here that we know we never step on, and that's about the only area that we'll probably ever need this entire time. So whether in your backyard, you're in your living room, I don't know if you have a really huge bedroom or not, I don't know, everybody's going to be different, but that's about the space that we're going to require. I'm somewhat of a bigger guy, but it's plenty of space for me and as well for you guys to do what we need to do. Let's get started doing something fun that I kind of like to get my kids motivated, get myself motivated. It's very simple, it is fun, and here we go. It's arms are out. You're just going to clap your hands, and we're going to go nice and slow, and we're going to try to do a rhythmic clapping to Mr. Stoffel. So if you're not doing it, please, you should be doing it because it's actually kind of fun. I know it's more fun when there are other students and it makes a lot bigger noise, even louder than my clap and louder than my voice, which I know is very loud. So as we're doing this, you're keeping up, you're following Mr. Stoffel, and we were going to go quicker and quicker and quicker. movers and shakers, we are ready to do PE. First thing I want to do is I want to talk to you about how we do Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box is basically doing jumping jacks. I know you all know how to do jumping jacks, but I don't really know because I really can't see you, and I'm just going to take it very quickly, go through how we do them correctly, and hopefully you already know and you're a professional at it. But for those that don't, maybe they haven't done it, maybe they're coming from a different state and they never did it, I don't know, so we're going to go ahead and go with that. So first thing is get your feet kind of close together, arms by your sides. We call this the closed position, and then we're simply going to make ourselves wider. Arms go up and over above our head, legs go out nice and wide, not too wide. We're not doing the splits here, but we want to make sure we maintain our balance. All right, so when I say open, we go open, and close, we go close. I'm not going to actually say that. I'm going to say 1, 2, but that's kind of what you think. We just open up our body, so to speak, and then we shut it down and we close it down, okay? So let's go ahead and let's just do 5 jumping jacks. We don't need to get crazy. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is 5 jumping jacks. So the other thing is that I forgot to tell you, yeah, I know you're at home, but you should have on shoes, even though you're at home. At least have shoes on, you know, everything else should be appropriate for PE, just like if we're outside. You should be having on somewhat athletic wear. Whatever it is comfortable, but the shoes certainly shouldn't have on sandals. Sandals are no bueno, it's not gonna be good. So make sure you've got on decent set of shoes, tennis shoes, and you are good to go. The next part of it, Jack in the Box, or starting the Jack in the Box, is very simple. When we're outside, normally you have a dot, right? We paint the dots. This is Mr. Stoffel's dot. Boom. So this dot becomes my classroom seat, my home for PE when you come out to PE. So keeping that in mind, when we start doing our Jack in the Box, we are going to do, let's just do 3 this time. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, turn. Go 1, 2, 3, turn. 1, 2, 3, turn. 1, 2, 3, and turn. 1, 2, 3, turn, and we face exactly where we started. So we actually did 5 turns. So in a sense, we kind of created a box. Everybody see the box, right? So here it is. There's a box, 4 different ways that we did Jack in the Box. So 4 ways that we faced. So let's try it real quick. Please do it with me. So when we get back, what you hope is sooner than later, once again, when we get back outside and we're doing regular PE, you're already going to know what to do. And it'd be nice to already have everybody else say, okay, we're going to do Jack in the Box. And everybody does Jack in the Box the way I would like to see Jack in the Box done. So a lot of, you know, it's good that we're doing all this because I'm kind of allowing you a peek into what I would like to do, what we're going to be doing when we get back. And so it'll all be working really nice because we won't have to spend a whole lot of time doing it. We'll just, boom, we can get right into it and we'll roll and we'll get more time in the activities. So that's what we want to achieve in PE, is more time in the activities. That's what I'm all about. So here we go. Feet together, arms at your side, and it's 1, 2, 3, turn. 1, 2, 3, turn. 1, 2, 3, turn. 1, 2, 3, turn. 1, 2, 3. And that is Jack in the Box. I'm sure you guys did a good job. If not, you can certainly do PE homework and practice it at home. Don't need hardly any space at all. So that is Jack in the Box. We're going to do those every single PE class unless it's inclement weather, rain, smog, smoke, wind, all kinds of things. Bad smells, all kinds of stuff that makes us go inside. High temperatures and heat. All right, next thing that we're going to do would be some, after warm-ups, it's just kind of some fun stretches that I like to do. And the first one is going to be arms out, big arm circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's good for your deltoids. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so easy. Everybody knows how to do it. It's just something to keep your body get a little warmed up. Nothing more than that. One thing I want to do right now, maybe your mom and dad's around, maybe they're not, but for yourself, it's nice to try this, and please try. Trying is always a great thing to do. And then after you try it and for a while and you practice things, then you decide, well, maybe it's not for me, but most of the time you're going to say, hey, this is not so bad. So let's get your right arm moving forward, or if you want, you can do your left arm forward. I just prefer my right. So I got my right arm forward moving in a forward circle. Now here's the catch. You're going to get your left arm moving in the opposite direction. So it's backwards. So you're going to have your right arm moving forward, your left arm moving backwards. The mind is thinking. You have to go and concentrate, making sure that you're able to do this. If you're having difficulty, don't worry about it. Most people do. Only a few, it comes naturally, but typically you really got to think about it. If your mom and dad are around, older sister or somebody, it's kind of nice to see if they can do it. If you can do it, or sometimes you think you're doing it, but you're not really doing it, it's good to have them say, hey, am I doing this right? Mr. Stoffel's doing it, and I want to see if I can do it like Mr. Stoffel. Well, go ahead and check with them. See, hey, am I doing this right? They'll let you know. They'll let you know, especially if their older brother or sister are going to be, hey, no, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. So that's it. If you did it, great. If not, something for you to go ahead and work on. Next thing we're going to do is called high scissors. Arms up high, and we're going to just bring them across like this and then back out for 1. So I say it's like arms are like scissor blades coming across, so I like to say 1. So you're going to see, we'll just do 10. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those are high scissors. I'm going to do low. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's high and low scissors. All right, the next thing that I would like to do is called washing machines. It's good to go ahead and we kind of stretch our lower back, our obliques, which are on their side over here. You probably already know that from Mr. Perry. So it's a good thing to stretch. I don't know, but at my age, I really enjoy actually stretching it. And you really have to kind of concentrate on the stretch, and you really have to work on it in order to feel it. But the first part of doing washing machine stretch is making sure you have a good base for balance. So a little bit wider than your regular comfortable waist alignment stance is really good to have. You want to make sure that you are comfortable. You want to make sure that you're maybe a little bit of a bend in your knee, not straight knees, but just a tad bit of a bend. Keep that flexibility, helps with your balance. The next thing is you're going to just put your arms up. Yeah, I still got them, maybe a little bit, used to be bigger. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold them up like that, and we're simply going to move and we're going to rotate. So we're going to go over to here, and when you get to that point where you stop, you got to go a little bit more, and then hold it. Then we're going to come back over to the other side, same thing, and then go. So here we go, we're going to start. Let's just do, let's just do 7. Here we go. And over, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, so those are washing machines. I really like those. They feel really good on my lower back. If anybody's ever been through some back pain out there, your parents, it's not a good time. So next thing I want to talk about is toes, up on our toes. We're going to work our calves, gastrocnemius, right? And we're simply just gonna stand and go up on our toes and back down. We're gonna do 20 of these, 20 calf raises. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, halfway done, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, good job, way to go. Just a reminder, doing this PE break, your classroom teachers are probably sending you over here to go and watch this video. It's really about getting you away from sitting down for extended period of time. It's more about you focusing, moving, shaking everything up in your system. It's good to go ahead and move around even though we're indoors. You still got to pump the blood. You feel refreshed when you do something. I know you're still looking at the screen, unfortunately. Can't really get away from that. But it's a nice thing, a nice little break, other than just kind of focusing more on everything that the classroom teacher is doing. So I do really believe in that. It's definitely makes you a better person to go ahead and move around. You should do at least 30 minutes of exercise every day, which makes you a better whole person, also nutrition, and all those other things that make make our body feel optimal and optimally good. The next thing is push-ups. I'm bringing it out early, first day, sorry. Push-ups are great for stamina. They're great for upper body strength, chest area, pectorals, biceps. Again, it hits a lot of good muscles that we need to have. I know some of you are like, oh, but there is no on doing a push-up. You can go down a little bit doing a push-up. You can go all the way down. It's nice that we can control how much. But the key and the consistent thing and the key to doing a good push-up is doing them every day. Doing them every day. Setting yourself a goal every day. If you can knock out 15 every day, go 5, 5, and 5. Do what you can, but try to do it every day without ever missing a day. And before long, I promise, you will be doing excellent push-ups. So, I call this, this is a plastic dome. I refer to it as an M&M. It's plain, not peanut, right? So this one is awesome color. It's red. This is to help as a guide. Now, obviously, you all don't have a plastic dome at your house. You also don't have a mat. You could certainly use maybe an old beach towel if you want, or just use the floor. It's completely up to you, but it is nice to have a guide. So if you have some books, stack up some books. That's about how high you need it to be. Not very big. Like an old big dictionary would have worked great. So, pardon me, I gotta get some water. Okay, water is good. All right, water keeps us moving, keeps us feeling good, well hydrated. Pardon me. All right, so back to this. When we do a push-up, we want to make sure our legs are together. We want to make sure that our arms are just a little bit wider than our body or frame. We want to make sure they're equal. In other words, we don't want to make one up here, one down here. We don't want to go too far out. That's too hard. We want to make sure, just that they're just placed just right. You also want to make sure you can spread your fingers a little bit, okay? That's fine. Spread them out. That's fine. But you certainly do not want to have them one like this and one like this. I see it quite a bit. You want to have them both facing away from you, right? Moving forward or facing forward. So do not turn them in. I see a lot of students doing this. That's more difficult. It's really difficult on your forearms and your joints and your hands. So if you're doing that, please catch yourself and don't do it. All right. The M&M or the book, obviously you can move it and you place it directly underneath your chest, all right? Now, you want to make sure you're set up appropriately. Take your time, and we're just simply going to go ahead and lift up. I'm on my toes, feet are straight, and I'm going to look up at you, and I'm going to come down just above the M&M. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so your back is straight. I would like for you to do right now, let's just do 5. It is the first day. So 5, I'll give you, I don't know how long it took me, 10 seconds. I'll give you guys 12 seconds. Go. Do those push-ups. If you wanted to go ahead and do 8 or 9, 10, go right ahead. I'm gonna grab some more water. All right, now, next part, activity time. Activity time. We all love activity time, even Mr. Stoffel. We're gonna do juggling. Well, at least we're gonna start learning how to juggle. When Mr. Stoffel was a kid, I was born in New York City, the Queens, actually Flushing to be exact, and I was raised in Connecticut, so we always had snow, and I learned how to juggle outside, making snowballs, tossing them up, and I learned how to juggle just because my other brother did it, and I was like, I want to do that, looks cool. So the greatest thing about snowballs is if you miss, you drop one, it broke, you just make another one. So you always had to end the supply of juggling balls. So what I want you to do, movers and shakers right now, is move on to your room, get 3 pairs of socks. Try to find some ones that are going to be easy for you to toss up and catch. I don't know how that's going to be, but certainly don't go into your dad's drawer and get his, man socks. They're probably going to be too big, maybe too big for your hand. So get the ones that are probably smaller would be better. And I'm going to give you 2 minutes to go and do that. Maybe, I think it's maybe a minute and a half. A minute and a half, I got my timer, and go. 3 pairs, 3 pairs. Okay, movers and shakers, welcome back. I hope you have your 3 pairs of your own socks. We're going to go ahead and start with the basics of how do we juggle. All right, I'm going to select, this one feels the best of all of them. Sometimes you can even mold it, right? We got not a moldy sock, but a sock that we can mold to our preference to make it its best ball that we can. Thank goodness we have socks, because I've been trying to figure out how we're going to go ahead and teach without any equipment, but we're going to make it happen. We're going to do it. So, sock. First thing is first. I like to go ahead and put one foot in front of the other foot back, a little bit better for balance. And you want to do the same, kind of put a nice bend in your stance. And you're simply going to put whatever it is, your left or your right, whatever. I'm a righty, so I'm going to use my right hand. All right, I don't want to embarrass myself too bad in front of you. I'm being recorded, by the way. So I'm simply just going to toss this sock up into the air. The key is, you might be saying, oh my gosh, Mr. Stovall, that is so easy. Well, yeah, kind of. But here's the key. You can't move from the space that you already have your feet on, all right? So the trick is to toss it, and to pretty much toss it. Oh my goodness, all right, don't worry about that. It is a sock, it doesn't hurt anything. It's not gonna bounce up as a ball and ruin anything in your house. So we just do this. We're concentrated on tossing it. You're gonna have a much higher ceiling, I believe, than what Mr. Stovall has here in the lunchroom. And we're going to just toss. Now, we are tossing, and notice I am not moving. I'm moving my upper body. I am not moving my feet. This is very important. The other thing that you want to start doing is you want to start a motion that comes back to you. You kind of want to come out and toss it back. Come out, toss it back. What I mean by come out is if I go from the side, you're going to see kind of this motion where I'm tossing it a little bit back towards me. Because we certainly don't want to get to the point where the balls are way over there and you got to run over there and get it. It's not going to help you with juggling, all right? So, of course, if we have to do the right, we have to change it, and we have to go with the left. I like to use opposition. My right leg's in front, better balance, and up we go. So, I hope you're practicing, because like anything else in life, we got to start at the bottom and work our way up to the more advanced skill level, whether that's adding, subtracting, going to division, or whatever it might be in your life. We know that we have to build from a beginning platform, all right? So, I feel pretty comfortable with that. I hope you do the same. Now, we're gonna get our second sock. I'm gonna mold it here to my liking. Now I've got two socks. All right, now, juggling, most of you are going to take two socks and you're probably going to do one of these things. All right. Well, it's not really quite juggling. It's good eye-hand coordination. It's kind of nice. And it kind of gets us in maybe the rhythm, all right? So, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that, and I'm happy that you're able to do that. However, what I want you to do is I want you to get your dominant hand, mine is my right, and we're going to practice juggling. Now remember I said you have this motion coming back. So it's up. And of course I have a small ceiling. I don't know about you guys. Maybe some of you are lucky enough to be in the backyard, but I don't quite have that. So this is what we want to look at. I was so close. So it's fast. You'll get the hang of it. I'm not going to go ahead and make you try your non-dominant hand. Maybe we'll save that for later. We're running out of time. So I do want you to practice. If you only just practice this one, fantastic. Do it. So you do have to practice. You're going to have to practice this a lot. It could take anywhere from 2 hours, could take anywhere to an hour. But it doesn't mean you have to do it all at once. You just do it when you're bored, when you got nothing else to do, and you know, hey mom, I'm bored. Grab a sock. Go ahead and do that. Once again, we'll pick this up the next time I see you guys on the recording, and we'll continue the juggling lesson the next time out. Look, I'm thrilled to be your PE teacher. I can't wait to go outside. I'm a much different person. As you can tell, I'm already very loud, but we'll have a great time. We're gonna go ahead and make sure we get all this done, so when we head out to regular PE, we're gonna be going, and it's gonna be great. I'm gonna want to do more activities than I've ever done before, just because of the situation we've been in the last 8 months or whatever. So, PE word of the day, or PE word of the month, I'm sorry, is perseverance. Try again. Keep trying to do your juggling skills. You'll get it. You guys have been great. I'm Mr. Stovall. Can't wait to see you next time. Have a great day.